Hi, thank you for meeting me with me again.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you again.
I was excited that you wanted to come back and continue our session.
Yes, oh, I found it very helping being able to just kind of talk about it in a, relaxed, comfortable place where I felt safe enough because it really helped me sort out stuff. So, yes, I'm excited to come back and just continue the dialogue about it.
I know this is our second meeting, so the papers that you signed last time are still valid throughout our sessions, but I just wanted to remind you of the confidentiality and the mandated reporting, and that I'm still in training, and so my supervisor might review videos and tapes to see my progress.
Okay.
So I wanted to know how the work issue is going for you, or if things have improved.
Things have improved, definitely. Just, after sorting things out and just kind of, setting out some things, kind of trying to figure out what's my best move. Um, I decided to move on from the job that I had, and not because I didn't think I couldn't do the work or couldn't be there. I just think it's past something that we can work through because everything
Yeah.
was all avenues were taking place, and that was a part that was really hindering me because my feelings, I was hurt, you
Yeah.
know, but it took a while to get to that place of realizing that that's really what it was for me. So I realized that it's not a healthy environment for me to be in, from a job standpoint and trying to build something and create something. It wasn't what I thought it was going into it based off conversations I had.
Yeah.
So I just chose to chop it up as like an internship. It was a paid internship, kind of paid to see like what I do want and what I don't want, um, you know, and making sure that I speak up. So I just think it was a better situation for me to leave the current position and pour into something I'm more passionate about, something that's more focused and driven for me, that I don't have jeopardy of losing because of another person. But I'm definitely taking those things that I have learned in that experience and applying them, and mostly right now just by practicing setting boundaries for myself so that I don't end up in the same situation that I was in before. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
So it sounds like you made some steps in the direction towards choosing yourself and setting those healthy boundaries.
Yes, absolutely. And the importance of it. Like, I get kind of, I mean, I can know for myself, I get kind of caught up in day to day stuff. And so it sounds good, right? I can put boundaries in place. But it's a lot different actually having to put the work in and putting boundaries in. It really does work though, because then I don't feel like I'm being taken advantage of or I'm giving too much. It really helps with like checks and balances.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah, and so I'm understanding the benefits of that because of the experiences that I had.
Are you feeling happier now that you put some boundaries in place for yourself?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot happier. Like I feel like I took back my power, and not like, oh, this company, these people took it from me, but it's that energy. So giving into that, not feeling like I can, and thinking like that's. It was really sad to think for a moment, like, this isn't all that it's gonna be, right? Like it can't. So I feel a lot happier because I feel like I got that power back for myself, meaning that no, there's opportunity, there's options. This isn't, it's not just. I had to do, pros and cons and really look at it and what are the pros of staying there and what are the cons. And the cons was just, it was so negative and so toxic. So to exchange that, are there still things that I go through? Absolutely, but it's I'm able to start looking and dealing with things differently, because I chose to make that decision in my life to move forward onto something new.
That has to be a great feeling.
It is. It is. But it's scary too.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, wait a minute. No, so it does. But it's not a double-edged sword where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe, like, do I have those moments? Yes. But again, the moving forward and choosing to move forward is what is really empowering me.
Yeah.
And then just self-care, just realizing, hey, I was kind of in a bruised up situation and I need to take care of myself. So it's not just jumping to the next thing. And that's the thing. It was not a jumping to get away from a situation. It was truly evaluating it and being like, nah, this is probably not what's best for me. And so that whole experience and looking at and going that route, than just fight or flight kind of mode with it.
Yeah.
I think is empowering, but empowering and healing at the same time. So yeah, I think that's really what I got from it, was I can, believe in myself, believe in what I want, and to be able to handle it and do it in a way that, even if you can't get that closure from the company or the people,
Yeah.
that I can still get some kind of closure and be able to process the experience and then draw the lessons from it to move on. I was in a funk for a couple of weeks after that, making that decision, because I just feel like that's just kind of, now looking back at it, going through it, I wasn't thinking it, but just a transition of choosing one thing over the next thing. So those are those things that come up, like, and could play on me, but it was, again, just sticking to that whole weighing the pros and cons of the situation that made me keep moving forward, even in harder situations.
So am I right in understanding that you have left your old job and are now at a new place?
Yes. So I'm starting to build my own business as being my own independent insurance agent.
How does having your own company, your own business, your own logo, your own label, your own stuff feel for you?
It feels good, but again, like, part of that couple of weeks of making that transition and that whole transitioning mindsets from that is the whole, I can do it on my own, instead of having to be like, I can't. So that's what setting boundaries for myself in that too. Like, boundaries not to limit myself, because the resources are there. I have the support. It's the right time for me. Like, everything's lined up, and it's just really a matter of me saying, hey, I think I don't think I can do this, and it's going to be challenging. But again, the pros and cons.
This question might be a little bit off topic, but it ties into your values and where you came from, where you grew up. How is you now, having went through what you went through and then having your own stuff? Would you have imagined that for yourself based off of how you grew up and the?
No, I would say not. I would, because it was rough. So it's not what, like, there's great opportunities all around. Like, it wasn't like that growing up with a single father and all that. But what it did teach me is the value that was instilled in me by my father, being raised, when he was raising us 4 kids, was that the importance of finishing something out, because I got that early on in life. And then as I became a teenager and rebelled against life, I guess you would say, and went into the working world and all other stuff, I had a misconception of what it was supposed to look like. So I had a lot of anger already going into it, because I thought it was something different than what it was.
Yeah.
So I had more of the fight and flight. So if I didn't like it, I would just move, be gone. And what I've learned throughout these experiences is that, whatever happens, good, bad, or indifferent, finish out what you need to finish out. And so it might not have been an ideal situation, and I was hurt from it. I'm just ready to move forward with it, like, it's a great lesson. You know what I mean? Instead of trying to allow it to hold me down in some kind of negative way. So that is something that I can say, because that's not really out there. You can just leave a job, and a job can take you and they can leave you. Arizona is a right to work state, so we both can leave at any time. But I think there's something to say on how we do that, how we leave one situation. I believe like how I leave one thing is, how am I going to go into the next thing? So I don't want to go into it fight or flight, because I'm going into the next situation like that. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for those lessons and being able to set boundaries for myself right now and stick with them, because it is bringing happier results. I feel less stressed, and it's like getting to know myself again without as much stress and frustration and anger and all the other stuff by working through it.
So am I correct in understanding that your perseverance and your belief and your hard work and I apologize. Our time is coming to a close.
Yeah.
Am I correct in understanding that the perseverance and the beliefs and the values that your father instilled in you from a young age are now coming to fruition in the way that you believed that they would after everything that you have been through?
Yes, it took a long time, but yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and to recap our session, you've had some great updates with work, you've set some personal boundaries in place for yourself, and you are feeling amazing for the hard work that you've decided to do within the inner work that is not really easy. It's actually really hard, and not a lot of people want to do it. So, congratulations.
Yeah,
You're
thank
doing a
you.
great job, and thank you for coming to see me again.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.